Hi, everyone. We are back and we are on YouTube. So hopefully you guys find us. Facebook is not working today with our platform, or for many of you, I guess.
Yeah.
So we are just on YouTube. Hopefully some of you find us. If you do, please put a comment in so we know you're here because we can't tell unless you make a comment.
Yeah.
Um,
We
and we
don't
would
know.
love to know. So my project features some of my toner papers. Hi, Kaylin.
Hi, Kaylin.
Some of my toner papers, Thermowebs, Decofoil by Gina K, buttons from Gwen Studios, and hi, hi, Ellie. Wine Corks up your alley, yes, and Wine Corks. So I know that a lot of you won't be able to, you're probably on Facebook looking for us, but hopefully most of you find it. But before we start, I want to let you all know that you should have the winter issue in your inbox. If it has not come to your inbox or if you're not signed up, make sure you go to our website. Lisa will put a link in here when I'm doing my project. And you can just click subscribe and then you'll be sent the winter issue right away. And also, I wanted to share with you our newest ebook. Ellie is in here. She is Swift Creek Customs.
Hi, Allie.
And,
Hi, Brenda.
I got a print copy this weekend, and Ellie got hers too. So we're going to have it available print on demand. Ellie and I are going to talk about it tomorrow, make sure that there's nothing that needs to be changed for the print edition. But this is 78 pages. And
It's awesome.
This is for the Caesar machines, the Romeo and Juliet. And if you have one of those machines, this book is a step-by-step tutorial of everything you need to know from taking it out of the box to setting it up and doing your first couple projects. But there is wonderful step-by-step pictures that tells you everything. I mean, the screenshots of everything you need to do. So she gives tips and tricks, and this is a great book to have if you are looking at machines and you don't know if you want a Cricut or if you want a Caesar or Silhouette. This tells you everything about this machine, and we all wish we had books like that when we get something new.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Becca.
Yeah, isn't that true?
Yeah, so this is a great resource for anybody with that is looking for a machine. Thank you, Brenda.
Yes.
So today we are doing just some fun crafts. I had 3 of my grandchildren here, I think about a week ago, and we did crafts, and I started thinking more in terms of quick and easy and fun things for them to do. And so here's a little Christmas tree. Isn't that just adorable?
That is too cute.
And it's wine corks. So it can sit perfectly, the base.
On the table, yeah.
You could use a flower pot. You could use a couple wine corks to make a trunk if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But I thought that this was perfectly. And then here is also an ornament.
Very cute.
So you can use so many things, and not that you want to have too many wine corks around, but I do. I have a lot. I have been saving wine corks forever and doing crafts with them. And I mean, they're a great base and it's free. It's something you'd throw away.
Yeah.
Right? But
and if you don't have them, they do sell them in bags.
They sell them in bags, but also if you have a winery near you, they throw those wine corks away.
Good tip.
And they would be more than happy to give you, I mean, they will give you their bottles because they only use their bottles once. You know, my husband and I, we make wine at home and we reuse our bottles. You know, I mean, he sterilizes them. They go in the oven, all the things you need to do.
Right.
But a winery, they use them once and they throw them away.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
They will be more than happy to give you corks or give you bottles, or at least the ones I have talked to would.
Yeah.
So, but I have my own collection. So there's that. But
I love that. Hi, Helen.
Hey, Helen. So we are just going to get started, and I'm going to turn my camera down. Lisa will put links in.
I will.
And she can talk while I'm moving my camera.
And there we go. All right, you switch and I'll talk. Okay. All right, you guys. I wanted to let you know that because Facebook is being funky, I'm going to put the link for the candles that I got. They are from Amazon, and I was going to put the link in, so I'll put it in on YouTube. And then as soon as Facebook is done doing whatever they're doing, I'll put it there also. And I forgot to tell you, they're remote control. Love that.
And you can do it in your blog post.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a definite. I always do that anyways. But yeah. Okay, ready for you.
Okay, so what we're using today, I did these in a variety of ways, and I'm going to show you different things you can do with them. You don't have to use like the wreath. Used my papers, and I used the buttons on the tree. Those weren't my original intentions, though, however. But I wanted to show you. You guys know that I save all of my paper from foiling that may or may not be perfect, right? So like this one, for sure. I mean, this is a double foil, and this did not come out perfect. You can see that. I mean, you wouldn't use that on a card, but it's perfect for something like this because you're just using a portion of it. So that's what I did with when I cut these out. You know, this I wouldn't use on a card, but it is great for this. And that's, you know, don't throw these away. Foil is so beautiful, and even when it's distressed a little bit, it's still so beautiful. And you can, like I said, you can use these in so many ways, and I thought this was a perfect way to use them up. Now, I didn't use any of my full sheets when I did this project. Like I said, I used leftover foiled paper. But so you can see here, I have more, you know, I have paper that is left over. So I'll take these little bits, and if I already have them foiled, like this one is another good example of not using it for a focal point, but in this, it would be quite lovely. And then in my container of foils, so when I use Gina's fancy foils, my paper is 6x6 and this is 6x8. So I always have that extra 2 inches I'm cutting off. So I have all these little bits, and so you can take that with a little bit you have left over. I'm gonna, because I'm using one of these clear sheets, and I got some new ones because when I did it one of the first times, I had some of the toner showing, and it got all over the sheet. So then I had to scrub it and stuff. I just want to keep these ones really nice and clean. So I want to make sure my foil is as big as my piece of paper. And I'm just showing you on this little piece of foil because I just love foiling. So you always put the toner side up with the pretty side of the foil facing up on top of it. And I'm going to bring in my fuse machine from Gina K. Now, we told you during Lisa's live, because somebody asked if this is a laminator. This is like a laminator. It's a fuse system. You can use this or you can use a laminator. I have used a Royal Sovereign laminator for 6 or 8 years. I don't know, forever. And I still have it and I will still use it. But I wanted to try Gina's because I know everything she makes is wonderful. And on here, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 settings. So the higher you go, the tighter that the plates come together. And so you just have to test it with your foil. So I'm just going to shut my machine off. There is a 0 there too, which has no heat. But I just wanted to show you how quickly or how beautiful it is when you foil. So see, that is just stunning. Now, even with the white background, I would use that because for the buttons on this tree, I used some white buttons just to give it a little more interest. So you don't have to use all solid, but I would take this and I would put this on a piece of my black toner, which I would have. I don't think I have a lot of that left over, but I would take a bigger piece than this, and then I'd have the reverse. So what I did from there is I took my corks, and be aware that all corks are different. There are a lot of rubber corks now, and just every cork is just a bit different. The ones I have in my jar here, most of these are the same because I was sorting. But when you're creating something, you want it to be about the same height. Like this one is just a little bit, just you can barely tell, but it's about 1/4 inch smaller. So if you want it nice and flat on both sides, you want them about the same height. And some of them are angled. You just want them so that they fit together. So I try to get corks that are the same from the same company so that I know for sure it's going to fit together nicely. So just be aware of that. And then also, when you're putting your button or paper or anything on here, check and see which is the flattest side of your cork. Because some corks, let me see if I can find a really bad one. I should have made sure I had a really bad one out here. Some corks. Okay, here's one. So this one, it's where the corkscrew went in and it is all bumpy. I would use this nice flat edge, and then this would be toward the back of whatever it is you're making. So I would try to always just check, because when you're gluing something down, it goes a little crooked, and or you can trim away that excess, but there's always one nice side. And actually, these two corks are from the same winery. from the same company, but they started using these corks. These are their very old corks. And you can tell there is that 1/4 inch difference in them. And you just, to make it easy when you're creating, especially if you're doing something with kids, it's easier if they're all the same. So from that paper, I took, and you can use a die cutting machine, or you can use an electronic die cutting machine, and kind of measure how wide this is. If you have a circle die that's going to fit, great. If not, use your electronic machine and cut all those circles. I happen to find a circle die that I had. Otherwise, if you have like a circle punch, this one, when I punched it, it was too small. I mean, too much of the cork showed. And my larger one was too big, so I didn't have the in-between one. So I just checked all my circle dies to come up with the right size. And for the foil, I took and I die cut a ton of red and green, not knowing for sure what I would be doing. My original idea was to, I'm going to plug my glue gun in here. So it can heat up. So my original idea was to do all green foil and then maybe put red buttons on, or do all red foil and then add green buttons. But when I did the buttons, I didn't love it. You know, I didn't love that you couldn't really see that foil. It kind of, there was no point of having the foiled paper if you're going to cover it up with a button. So that was my original idea. And so that's why I did the wreath. The wreath is done with 9 corks, and you just glue 2 at a time and just kind of turn them. And when you put your last 2 in, you just want to squish it so that you get a circle and hold it there for a minute. And I used a glue gun to glue it so it would be immediate. You could use a tacky glue and a glue gun, so it'd be more permanent in case glue guns, sometimes it will pull away, but I think this will be totally fine. But even if, see, you could add a few buttons on. And what I did with my buttons, I never like the holes to show. So I take some thread. This is pretty thread, but you can use regular thread. You can use twine. And I bring it up and over so it looks like the button is stitched. And then I add just a little dot of glue with this. With regular thread, I wouldn't have to, but this thread was coming apart if I didn't, even the knot didn't stay unless I had that little dab of glue. So I just think it always gives a more finished look if you have that thread in there. So like if you were going to do tiny buttons, that might be okay on here. And I have like a lot of glue on here, so you could cut some of that glue away if you're going to use these. I'm going to come off to the side because I know it's going to go everywhere. I can't find my other cute little, there's my little scissors that works really well. So you could, I mean, I think it would look cute with little tiny buttons, but that wasn't my original intent. But I do think it always looks nicer if you have that finished look. So the buttons on this would be cute, but my original intent was to use like a bigger button and a little one on top, and I didn't like that. So you can do it with the foiling paper. And then for this one, isn't that just so cute? This one is so easy because you just find a button the size you want to use. And because I'm putting another button on top of here, I don't have to use the thread on this. So both of these ends are pretty flat. I'm going to use this end. And I just put some glue on there. And stick that on. And then I'm going to use one of these red ones and add just a little bit more glue. And just stick that in that hole. And it's just so cute. I mean, this is an easy craft and kids would love it, but actually I think it turned out really pretty. And for a tree, you do 5 across, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you want a smaller tree, you could do 3. And like I said, you could actually add 2 of these at the bottom for a trunk. You could even use, I think you could do 4 if you wanted it a little bit bigger, like that. So it's a trunk, or you could use a little mini flower pot. A lot of things you can do. Okay, and on the Holiday Bellicon Live, you said the converted Epson printer into sublimation. Kaylin, I'll let you know which Epson I have. I can't read it from here. But yeah, so that it's just quick and easy. I added a bow on the top, and this can sit anywhere. This is a little heavy. I wouldn't hang this from the tree because this has 15 corks, but this one only has 9 corks. This you can totally hang from the tree. So to do this, I even used my glue gun for this. Okay, so this is the bad side. So I'm going to do it on the good side. And I just put a little bit, and I kind of spread it with the nozzle so it wouldn't be bumpy. And then I pushed it down on there. So this kind of covers the whole thing, and I kind of like that. Even with the buttons, I kind of made them so that they were about the size, because you can see from the side that they're corks. And I did think to cover this with ribbon on the side, which I put it on there and then I didn't like it. So I took it off, but I kept it so I could show you guys. So I glued this. I would say this is 1.5 inches maybe. I glued it on the bottom, and then I glued it again at the end. I didn't want any glue on the sides because it's hot glue and it can be lumpy. And then I brought it all the way around and put glue here, and then I folded it under and put the glue on there. So while I thought it looked nice, I didn't like it when I saw it from the side. I felt it needed to wrap around each and every cork before I would like it. I mean, it looks fine from the front. It looks great. You can see that green, and I think it looks good. But I personally didn't like how flat it was. But it does give you color, and it's an option. So that's something you can do if you don't want the cork open like this. You can also, so Gwen Studios has these fantastic cutaway ribbons. I mean, they are so much fun. And I actually I started putting the ribbons on the end of the cork too, because I thought this would be very cute as a tree. And then you would have the cork showing through. So there's lots of options you can do. And each little section would look a little bit differently. But you could also take these trees and just glue them on the sides if you wanted to add a little bit of greenery on the side. The ribbon I didn't like, but this, if you cut this even in like sections of 4 or 5 trees, I think that would be kind of cute. And these are cutaway. They're die cut, and all the little pieces do not come out when they're on the roll. So you just have to punch them. So that's a little time consuming, but it's so worth it because then you have that openness, and you can just sit and do all of these before you put them on. So you weren't doing them one at a time and putting them on. So you could just have a bunch of these ready. But this would be super cute if you glued that on and had that going up on the sides. See, I think I would like that better than the ribbon. So there's lots of options, or you can do like the die cutouts and do your tree with that. And let me see. Let's see if I have another one open. There's the cute little car with the Christmas tree on top. That wouldn't go on the front, but that would be cute on the side. So you could go red and green. You could have a tree and a car, a tree and a car. So, or you can just leave it the way it is because it's super cute the way it is. And this is quick. Like I layered all of my buttons but 2 because these were so pretty. They had the gold, like that one has the moon and the glitter. And this one's all glittery. So I just stitched those 2 and left them. Otherwise, I did layers, which I think brings a lot more color and just makes it just a little bit cuter. So that is what I had to share today. It's super quick. And I'm going to go ahead and change my camera up and see if you guys had any questions. There we go. There, like I said, super quick craft. I'm going to add Lisa back in. Is there a link for the cutaway ribbon? Kayling, you can buy the cutaway ribbon. It was available at walmart.com. Just look up for Gwen Studios. Otherwise, Michael's carries it too, but I think it's just on the websites. Because Gwen Studios doesn't sell directly. And then the buttons, I had this big box of buttons, but I also had this gigantic bag.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I mean, and this had the red, white, and green in it. So that way you would only need one. Like this, you would need more colors, but you can get this big thing with all the colors in it, and it makes it so easy. And it's such a cute project.
Yeah.
Great way to use up buttons. Yes, I agree, Becca.
Yeah.
Maybe some snow on the corks. That's a great idea too, Becca. That would be
very, yeah.
You know,
that would be cute.
And
I like that.
I don't mind it plain like that, but you know, I was thinking
cute.
I think it's super cute, but I was thinking a little bit of color would just from a distance, if you have it sitting someplace, it would grab your attention. But yeah, I think it's super cute, super easy.
Yeah, I think because you used all the same corks.
Yes, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, well, not just that, but it looks nice.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to paint them unless you had like all different kinds,
well,
you
yeah,
know.
because there's light corks and dark corks, and
Yeah, yeah,
here
but
I'll
that
grab
looks
my
perfect.
picture that
Yeah,
has.
because that looks perfect, and because it's, carries it's got a decoration on it and it's consistent.
See, like these are the rubber corks, so you want
Oh
you,
yeah,
you
okay.
kind of want them about the same size. Um, it just makes it easier and more uniform, I think. And maybe I overthink things, which could be a
Oh,
possibility.
don't we all?
But like these two corks, there's a definite
Yeah.
difference in size. And on some of them, while a lot of corks are straight, like this one is definitely angled,
Oh yeah,
you
okay.
know, and it's way smaller. But it's just easier to do these kind of things if they are similar, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, let me see what Bella Crafts. Thanks for the idea for the many corks I have.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Lorelei. I know, right? I mean, it is. I have been saving corks over a dozen years. I mean, maybe 20 years. And I have got, okay, so I do honestly. I have some jars, like I have these beautiful big jars of buttons or of corks, but in my storeroom downstairs, I do have these boxes filled with corks. I throw away a lot of things. I do. And I clean things out and throw. I
Yep.
haven't been able to throw my corks away because I know it. I mean, this tree took 15 corks. I mean, that's a lot. And if you have 5 grandkids here and they're making them, well,
Yeah.
that's 75 corks. I
Yeah.
don't want to go out and buy them when I already had them, you know.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Karen, I have 2 full jars. I love wine as well. Yeah. It took me a long time to like wine, but yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah, and there's even these kind of corks, like with the cap.
yeah.
So
Those are kind of cool. I like the
this
little mushroom ones.
this could be very cool because that's so super flat, and then the back would all be kind of open, but you could even decorate the backside like with the foiled paper,
Oh, yeah.
you know. Or if you have corks that have this beautiful red, like from the wine, let me see if I can find one. So you could take the ones that, or if you don't have any with the wine, you could put it in an ink pad,
Mm-hmm.
but you could do like 7 of these and make a candy cane,
That'd be cute too.
you
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Kaylin, I guess I need to continue with my wine tasting. Hey, I am here to serve. I'm here to give people a reason. No.
Yeah,
Um,
there you go.
no, it's just it's nice to be able to use things you have,
Yes.
right? I mean, it
Yep.
is
Because we
just
buy so much, it's nice to, if you can use
mhm.
stuff around the house. That's why I like using scraps a lot, scraps of
Yeah.
paper.
Well, and
But
that's
that
why
can be
it's
overwhelming
great.
too.
It's great to save all those pieces that didn't turn out perfectly because they
Yep.
are perfect for something. Even
Yep.
this one where it's the opposite of happy birthday, and it looks kind of good there, but really honestly, where the birthday is, I wouldn't put it on a card because it is all really black right in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
compared to the happy. So, but this could be cut up into, you know, and the circles were a perfect diameter for the wine. And I
Yeah.
think it was like 3/4 of an inch on mine. But yours could be different because, like I said, every cork is different.
Yeah.
You know, every they all kind of have their own corks. I did have some that were like more narrow. I just can't find them. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked the project today. It was quick, it was easy, last minute craft idea. Good way to
Yeah, there
use
you
your
go.
straps and your buttons.
Wouldn't that
You
be
know,
cute if you wrapped the ornament one, wrapped it around, like the tie around a
Mhm.
wine bottle and attach it to a wine bottle and take that, if you're
Mhm.
going to somebody's house for the holidays, take that as a hostess gift.
Mhm.
That would be very cute.
Yep.
Cute idea to do because
Yep.
then they have the bottle of wine and they would also have an ornament.
They would have
So
an
that's
ornament. Yep. Yep.
yeah, that's a really good idea to do.
And like I said, like these ones I doubled with the buttons,
Oh yeah,
and the one with the foil, I didn't want to cover all the foil. That one's red again. I need a white button. But you could put a little button, and it wouldn't even have to be in the center. You know, you could do
yeah,
it off center.
yeah,
You
that
could
would
do
be cute.
just a few buttons, like on this ornament. You wouldn't need a button on every single one. You could
Right?
just do a couple buttons, you know, just to give it an accent.
Yeah,
You know? So,
yeah. I love
and
that. I
even
love.
like with everything I have left, I would think that one that is part button and part foiled would make a cute tree too.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
so maybe I
Great
will do one like
ideas.
that and then take a picture when Facebook is working.
Yeah, yeah.
I have
Whatever
to give
that's
them
going
a
to
search
happen.
out, see if I have circle punches to match them and bring them up to craft with your grandson. Yeah. See, it would
Yeah.
be just maybe not use the hot glue gun, you know, with grandkids unless you're right there helping. But you can use E6000. You can use
Hmm.
a thick craft tacky glue. You know,
Yeah.
you just let set up. But I do know that AdTech has a kids craft glue gun too, which it
Oh
doesn't get
yeah.
as, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah. So
I'd forgotten about that.
Lisa has the name of the winner for.
Yes, I do. This is from last week when we did the project with Eileen, and she was giving away her charms die, right? The charms. And the winner for that, I wrote it down, but I don't see her here. Darn it. Um, Marie Sheehan. So,
Oh,
congratulations,
congratulations, Maria.
Maria. I'm going to post it. Well, if Facebook ever works, I'll post that for her so we
It'll
can get.
work. They're just having a glitch, and that
Yeah.
happens. Technology. My
Yep.
goodness.
Yep.
Lori, my source for this multicolored bag, this is Gwen Studios, and I know that they have their products at walmart.com. So look up GWEN Studios, Gwen Studios. And yeah, I mean, if you don't see anybody who knows me, I mean, I collect buttons. I have
He does.
I have, you know, like jars and jars of buttons, but and I have them color coordinated. I have them colorized so that I can just pull out my red buttons and I know, you know, but
There you
this
go.
is a perfect bag if you want to do a craft like this and you have all the colors. And
Yes.
if you don't collect buttons, not everybody has, room to collect all their buttons. I have a separate tin of my grandmother's buttons, which I don't craft with. I just save
Yeah.
the things we do.
I know. We're just, it is what it is. Oh,
Yeah, it is. I'll stop there. My buttons are all color coordinated too. Yes, Becca, I could see that
see?
yours was. And your
Yep.
shirt. Yes. I could see it.
I
Yep.
love that. I love that. Oh my
I know.
gosh.
Well,
Oh,
we are going to be off for the next 3 weeks, spending some quality time with our families.
hmm
I will be making another 24.
I was gonna say you're gonna be busy.
But
I'm
it's all good.
reorganizing.
They are turning out beautiful and it will
Yeah,
be awesome.
yeah,
And
they are
we will be
cute.
back January 8th
8th. Yep.
with, I'm not sure with who, but
Trinity and
with,
Pear Blossom.
okay, with Trinity Stamps, which she's got some really cool stuff, and
Yeah.
Pear Blossom Press.
Yep.
And we hope that you all have a very Merry Christmas and a
Yes.
Happy New Year because,
Yes. Yes.
in time with family and friends,
Mm-hmm.
because it's what it's all about, right? I mean,
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
Yeah. So enjoy your holidays, everybody, and we will
uh,
see you.
we will be around. I mean, we'll still be online, and if you have
Yeah.
questions, you can always ask us. And Um, Kaylin, I will look and here, let me just walk over there.
Okay. Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys too. I went on Amazon to find that link, and it's giving me an error page. So while Anne was doing hers, yeah. So while Anne was doing her live, I went and found the company anyways. So they have them. I couldn't find the set of 3, but there's a set of 5 different shapes or different sizes, I should say. And I think it's like $22 or something like that. Very inexpensive for 5. And these candles are plastic, just so you
Mhm.
know. They're not wax, they're plastic, but they work great. So I'm going to put the link in on the comments in YouTube. So I just wanted to explain that because it has a set of 5 and I only got the set of 3, but I don't know.
You got the
So
set of 3.
yeah, and I don't know why I couldn't find them again on Amazon. So I don't know if they discontinued the set of 3 or they have others on there that do have, a set of 3, but they were not the brand that I used. So, you know, if you don't want the 5, then you can go on Amazon and look for
You want
the
the
I know, right? If I would have known the 5, I would have got the 5.
Julie McGuffey has those too. I have a set of 5 that I have out and
Yeah.
them. Kaylin, I just put
$20.
our affiliate link for Amazon for the printer. It is a Epson EcoTank 2400 and it must be on sale right now. It's $156, which is good.
Wow.
You
And
know,
this
I
was
bought mine when it was like 150 2 years ago. Took me a year and a half to set it up, but I am so glad I did. I am so glad. Here, I'll show you guys because my kids don't watch my lives, right? I mean,
I love it.
they don't. So this is one of the. This is what I made for the kids for. That's the
That is,
Christmas shirt I'm
yeah,
making. Isn't that just cute?
that is so
It's so
cute.
cute.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah. So my husband helped me design it because all the things I saw said making I don't know. It had the year up at the top and stuff. I didn't want the year because we're doing Christmas after Christmas. We're doing it the weekend
Right.
after. And I didn't want it to
Yep.
say 2024. And I know it will, most of them will be able to wear it.
Yeah, again.
Fine,
Yep.
even making them for the adult children and their spouses. So
Yes.
um
It's a whole lot. But you'll get it done. You just zip right through that like
these
that.
are easy. I did I couldn't find polyester shirts for the littles. So I had to
Yeah.
use 100% cotton, and then I had to spray them and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes. Happy New Year. All of that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
don't forget to take some time to craft, you guys, really, because
It is good for your soul.
it's good for your soul.
Always. Always. We will see you next year. Wow.
Yeah. Exciting. It's exciting. And we're going to have new stuff next year, too. Woo! So, yay.